Hey Mimos, I don't have a lot to report this week, but I did want to show you the progress that I'm making on my shop organization. Any old tools that are duplicates, I'm giving away. Any tools that I don't use that often, I've put in drawers. For instance, there's no reason why I need a bunch of mallets on display, so I'm just keeping one out. I've got the rest stored away. I've removed all of my pliers and wrenches and put those into drawers. I don't use those a lot, especially for woodworking, so I don't need them. I kind of like the fact that I've kept this in a small location with just these two French cleats over here. In a way, it forces me to not let it get out of control and expand. I don't expect very many people to rush out and get rid of lots of tools, but for me, it's just making this environment feel a lot more comfortable. And hopefully I'll be able to find things a little bit easier too. I've always used this cabinet for storing small cutoffs of wood, all 5 drawers. Well, I've gotten rid of all of that and I've condensed it down to 1 drawer because most of those cutoffs I just never use them, or rarely do I use any of them. Mostly I end up using them for stock blocks. So I'm going to try to keep myself limited to this 1 drawer, and if I get more cutoffs than fit in this drawer, I'm getting rid of them. The other drawers are where I'm going to keep the tools that I don't use that often. I'm kind of thinking about giving this away too and getting a smaller miter saw, maybe just a 10-inch miter saw, because I don't need a saw this big that often, and if I have anything that big to cut, I can just use my table saw. But I do think I'm going to have to build another stand for the planer because I like to be able to take that out onto the driveway and just use it and then just roll it back in. But even without the smaller workbench, I already feel like I have more space now. Having my router table over here is tons better than when it was in the corner and kind of difficult to get out. One of the things I like about this workbench is that I have a lot of storage for lumber underneath it. I think what I'll do on the new workbench, because it's probably only going to be about 6 feet long, is I'll store longer boards from the ends and then maybe a couple other areas for shorter boards. So that's where I am this week. I do get a real sense of satisfaction about organizing things, and maybe it's just because I don't have time throughout most of the year to organize things, and so I get kind of an entire year of junk building up and just needs to be purged. I hope you guys are enjoying the new website. Have you seen all the pictures people are posting? And I just started posting plans that people are submitting over there too. So if you've drawn up any plans that you would like to submit, there's a form on there, you can fill them out. And it's really cool. I think it's great that we could all just share free plans like this. And don't forget, whenever you're posting a picture to any of the social media networks, use the hashtag #4MEreMortals and that will show up on the website too. And if you haven't seen it yet, please check out the first full-length how-to article. It's by Rob, who made a Dutch tool chest and took tons of great pictures and describes the process along the way, and that's a great resource. And I hope that if you are planning on making something, just take some pictures along the way and write up an article, and there's a submission form on there. You can submit it and we'll get it posted on the website. I think it's a great option if you don't want to shoot video, if you're not into that sort of thing, just post pictures. Sometimes I think pictures are better than video because you can kind of just examine what you're looking at a lot better. I want to thank all of you who got back with me last week when I was asking for event planners, and if I haven't talked to you yet, I probably will. Be patient with me. I've got a lot of things in the works and I'd like to tell you more about it, and it's not that I'm trying to keep a secret or anything, it's just that I'm not sure if it's all going to work out, and I don't want to get you guys all your hopes up for something that might not happen. But I think the Mega Mimo meetup is going to be a little bit different this year. It's going to be bigger and exciting, so I'll let you know more about that when This is the way I vamp. When I don't know what I'm gonna say, I just do this with my hands. It's a little tip for you new video makers. Thanks everybody. I'm gonna go start designing some plans for a new workbench, and hopefully it'll be one that you might consider building yourselves. I'll talk to you next week.